Hey, I'm recording this because I had a little bit of a flub with my audio for the video that you guys are going to see after this. I re-recorded that. The audio is fine this time, but because I had to basically start all over, I'm going to be recording a prediction tier list video that I'm sure a ton of you guys have already done of some sort. This is unscripted. This is just on the fly. So if I stutter, say go silent for a little while. That's why. Let's see. So I'm gonna categorize this into 5 categories. Is in, pretty self-explanatory. One of these is probably getting into the characters that I think are going to be like the choices to look at for predictions. Possible, like they're just under like this category right here, that they have something that other characters do not. But this category is like, yeah, I see them. They can happen, but I doubt it. Maybe that category is even below possible. Obviously, I don't see them happening uh, at all, really. But it's a possibility. And then don't see happening characters that are just either I don't know who they are, which is the case for like 3 characters on this list, I think, or they're obviously meme picks, like the Fortnite guy is on here, Jonesy. So let's go by the order that the list has them. Bandanity, um, he's a maybe. Uh, he's a spirit. He he's really high like fan polls. Lots of people enjoy this character. Sakurai seems to have a bit of a bias for Kirby games that he made, so Bandana D doesn't fit that. Um, yeah, it's just Bandana D. I don't see him happening for DLC. Spyro the Dragon. 1 sec. My computer's being slow. Mm, yeah, possible. I'd say it's possible. He's a massive icon PlayStation character. Yeah, he's just really big character. You can see he's owned by Activision, not Sony. So Activision's pretty close with Nintendo. They could make a deal. Akuma, he not that fan requested. It would he would have to be an echo of Ken slash Ryu, and he's a spirit, so probably not happening. Arle from Puyo Puyo, I believe. Um, yeah, possible. Doesn't have a spirit. Pretty big guy. It's a Sega character though, so if you think characters possibly deconfirm, if having a rep already deconfirms, that would deconfirm her. But I personally don't think that's 100% deconfirmation. Like, there's a chance still. I'll put her just below Spyro. Banjo, he is in. Alright, this character, complete honesty, I have no clue who they are, so I'm just gonna put them in don't see it happening. Chorus Kids. A lot of people want a Rhythm Heaven rep. Ended up as a spirit. Apparently, Rhythm Heaven had an icon in Smash 4, so some sort of Rhythm Heaven character was cut. Uh, just like slightly below Bandana D. Let's see, Chun-Li, Spirit, a Street Fighter character, so pretty good relationships as it's Capcom. Slightly above Akuma because unique moveset, so she definitely doesn't have a chance to be an Echo. The first character in one of these is probably getting in Crash. Like Spyro owned by Activision, Crash also owned by Activision, but Crash he's been a long time request in Japan. He started getting a lot of a boost in popularity for requests in Smash 4, like late Smash 4, not the ballot. But Crash Icon, legendary. He just been like killing it lately with Crash Insane Trilogy and Nitro Kart. Activision again, really close relationship with Nintendo. He's just like, if there's any character to top the Banjo reveal at E3, like Crash is one of the few characters that I think could do that. Um, another character I think. One sec. Another character I think is probably getting in. Dante. I made a video before this on non-disclosure agreements, and I pointed out how Dante has this really, really weird uh, thing with his producer, where he's like, "Yeah, if you get if you want Dante in Smash, you gotta get a DMC game on Switch first." And then, like really shortly after, DMC got ported to Switch, so kind of interesting. I forgot to mention with Crash, his voice actor was like tweeting about how he was voicing Crash in something, and we have no clue what he was talking about. So he's got that. It could be Smash. Let's see. So yeah, Dante, legendary character. A little bit of bias because I really want this character. Um, yeah, this is really big character. Has that little thing that I did a video on. It's just really big. Dixie. Spirit, an Echo Fighter. Yeah, I don't think she's happening. I'll put her slightly above uh, Akuma, because Akuma's a third party, so it'd be harder to get him, even though Capcom's really close. Doomslayer. So, I believe it was Todd something that said that Bethesda and Nintendo were talking about Smash Bros. Like, this was right after E3 2018. Todd Howard, I think it was. Yeah, I'm not a big Bethesda guy. I don't really have any Doom games, but I know Doom's really big. I've heard that it's not that big in Japan. Like, it's more of a Western thing. But I don't think that'll really stop Nintendo, considering Dragon Quest happened. Yeah, I know Dragon Quest is Japanese and so is Nintendo, but Nintendo's trying to appeal to a worldwide audience, not just Japan. That's how they make their money. Back to Doomslayer, though. Todd Howard, if I'm getting the complete wrong name, make fun of me in the comments. But he said something along the lines of, "Yeah, we talked to Nintendo about Smash when he was asked about how close Nintendo and Bethesda's relationship is." A lot of people are thinking like, "Oh, that means a Bethesda character is definitely getting in." Probably Doomslayer, because that's their only like really big character that you could say Fault Boy. But the fact that he just randomly brought this up, like, sure, they were talking about Nintendo's relationship with Bethesda. If you had a conversation with Smash and it went well, you would only talk about that when someone else brought that up. Like, and you can't avoid that. This was an interview, a controlled interview, mind you, and he brought up Smash himself. So, personally, I don't think he's happening. But he is really speculated right now, and I don't think he's happening, but I could be analyzing it a little too much, so I'll just put him in possible. Edelgard. Well, Edelgard isn't exactly the main character of Three Houses, so let's just say it's a Three Houses character, probably Byleth. Nintendo likes to do promotion for Fire Emblem. The only two confirmed promotional picks for Smash are Roy and Corrin. There's a possibility Hero was promotion for Dragon Quest XI. It did go immediately into Dragon Quest XI's trailer after it was announced. But a Fire Emblem character I don't think's happening. Sakurai's expressed how he's kind of burnt out on Fire Emblem after, I think it was after Corrin. He said that, and then he added Chrom, but that was for fan requests. A Fire Emblem character, I don't. I think the past is going to be entirely third parties. As you can see, one of these probably getting in category. It's 2 third parties. So I really don't see a Fire Emblem Three Houses rep, but it is possible. I'd say slightly above Bandana D. Come on. There we go. Alright. It's a little too small for me to see, but, yeah, I have no clue who this character is. It's not the Bloodstained character, is it? No, I don't think so. Dragon Quest III protagonist. He's technically in. He's an alt, so that's in. Philia from Skullgirls. Man, Skullgirls would be really cool to get in Smash. I don't know. Skullgirls. That's a pretty niche fighting game, really. It's popular, but probably slightly below Three Houses. Jonesy, no, never happening. Freddy, no, that's not. Slightly above Fortnite, cause no. Gino, all right. I'm not gonna get too much into Gino for reasons, cause my next video has something to do with Gino. Just yeah, Gino, he's got something very interesting going on with him right now. But him being a spirit and Square Enix saying no to him at least twice. I think 3. Sakurai's tried to get Gino so many times. Would definitely be one of those characters like really, really big. Probably surpass Banjo in terms of hype for people who want him. There's not really much going for him other than that really random thing that I'll talk about in my next video. But Gino, I'll probably put him in maybe slightly beneath Bandana D. Actually, no, slightly beneath Chorus Kids. Heihachi. Now, I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this one. I don't think Heihachi's happening. You see, in Japan, it is highly disrespectful to to put a character from a game that has recently had their voice actor pass away into your new game. That's the reason why the codecs only have the Brawl ones, and they didn't even edit the parts where they say in Brawl. And if you don't know, Heihachi's voice actor passed away around the same time as DLC was supposedly decided. He voices a lot of characters, like Joseph Joestar, like the old version, Professor Oak, Incineroar, actually. So that segueing that off, Incineroar was put into Ultimate using voice lines from the same voice actor who passed away. So maybe, but then Nintendo also didn't get a new voice actor for the Colonel, because the Colonel in Japan, his voice actor passed away around the same time. So it's a little iffy. I really don't think it's happening because of that, of the passing away. but I'll put him slightly beneath Arle because he's still really speculated about, and like I said, Incineroar, the same exact voice actor, so maybe. All right, the next character, I believe that's a Blaze Blue character. I don't own any Blaze Blue games. I've played like the demo at GameStop for a little bit. I also have I had the mobile app for like a day and then deleted it. But I personally, if we were going to get a Blaze Blue character, it would be Ragna. So I'm just gonna put this guy on the low end of maybe. Impa. Wait, is Impa a spirit? I'm not sure about that. I'm pretty sure Impa's a spirit. But Impa, there's really no moveset unless you go with the Hyrule Warriors version of Impa. And I really don't see Nintendo doing that, considering they basically ignore Hyrule Warriors exist, except to promote Hyrule Warriors itself. So, slightly beneath Geno. Jibanyan. For those who don't know, it is not a Nintendo character. He's a level 5 character who also do the Professor Layton games, if I'm correct. Jibanyan, let's be honest, Yokai Watch sort of dipped in popularity since Smash 4's days. Especially in the US. I don't know much about Japan for Yokai Watch, if they're still really big. I know it was really big in Japan for a long time. But Jibanyan, level 5 character. I think level 5's Twitter was like, "Hey guys, congrats on getting Super Smash Bros. Ultimate out on December 7th." That's just them saying, "Yeah, Super Smash Bros. Can you please add Jibanyan?" That doesn't really mean anything. I'd say slightly above a Fire Emblem Three Houses rep. Jin Kazuma, or I don't know how to say it. Mishima. Kazuma. Where am I getting Kazuma from? Mishima. Jin Mishima, grandson of Heihachi, main character of Tekken. Although you could argue Heihachi is. Seeing as Heihachi's voice actor passed away, that means Jin could be sort of like the replacement Bandai character. But Sakurai, in an interview, right after Pac-Man, was it right after Pac-Man released? I don't know. Sakurai said something along the lines of, there were no other Bandai Namco characters except for Heihachi. So, if any Bandai Namco character is getting in, it's probably Heihachi, but again, voice actor issues. But again, like I said, Jin could be the sort of replacement Heihachi, so I'll put them right next to each other. Karate Joe, exact same as Chorus Kids, so I'll put them right next to each other. I have no clue who this is, so I'm just gonna put them right there. Lloyd, I was just talking about how Sakurai said only Heihachi for Bandai, and Lloyd is a Bandai Namco character. However, it could be Sakurai can change his mind. He's changed his mind in the past. Ridley, he said he couldn't add Ridley because it wouldn't be Ridley without being massive. He also said Villager isn't a fighter, so he can't be added into Brawl, and then Villager was added into Smash 4. However, there's also, when talking about Mii costumes in Smash 4, Sakurai specifically noted that if you were going to add a Tales of Mii costume, it would have to be Lloyd. So, Mii costume's pretty close to playable fighter, I guess, so I still think if a Bandai character is getting added, it's gonna be Heihachi, but he's gonna be right above Jibanyan. Mach Rider. I don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure Sakurai specifically said when considering retro characters to add to represent NES, he thought of Mach Rider because of like the interesting mechanic with the bike he could do. But instead he went with Ice Climbers, which Ice Climbers is probably a more interesting pick. Yeah, Mach Rider, he was rumored for a while. He sort of fell off the face of the earth. I don't know where to put him. Pretty sure he's a spirit as well. I'll put him slightly above Edelgard / Fire Emblem because he's like Sakurai specifically noted that he wanted him. Monica, man, I really love Doki Doki Literature Club. That was a phenomenal game, but just like Freddy Fazbear, it's just a meme pick mostly. Monokuma. Now, if you don't know, Spike Chunsoft is the company that makes the Danganronpa games as well as the Mystery Dungeon and that stuff. Danganronpa is not exactly the most popular series. It's still a pretty niche franchise. It's still gaining in popularity. It's got like 2 million sales for the entire franchise, I think, as well as an anime. Monokuma, the same level as Banyan, basically, for me. Neku. Ugh, I really, really want Neku. But the most I think we'll get for him is a Mii costume. His game his music, his animations, perfect for Smash Bros. But he's not exactly the most requested character. Because of my bias, I'll put him slightly above. No, remove bias. I'm gonna go. Slightly above Ophelia. Noctis. Final Fantasy. It is weird that they only have 2 music tracks and 2. Well, technically, there's no artwork from Final Fantasy, only like Smash renders. But there's like a couple of music tracks that were only in the trailer for Cloud, which is interesting. There's a reason for that. It's because of the legality of it. The music and the artwork are owned by a ton of companies. Noctis, that might be different for Final Fantasy 15 considering how new it is. And Square Enix does seem to like to push Noctis around because he's in Tekken 7. He's in a lot of the crossovers. They promote him a lot. But honestly, if they were going to add another Square Enix character, it would probably be like Lara Croft or something. So I'm going to put Noctis right above, no, beneath Neku, because Neku has, I'd say Neku's slightly more requested than Noctis, but, I could be wrong about that. Octolings, they're spirit, they're undoubtedly gonna be Echo Fighters if they ever get added. I'll put them right above Dixie, because Splatoon only has Inkling. So, Paper Mario. I think Nintendo is going to be backing off on Mario characters for a little bit. Like, maybe, like, the only Mario character I think they'd probably add is Waluigi after assist trophies and stuff. But then again, massive outcry on, even death threats to Sakurai. Paper Mario, I don't really see. It'd be cool to represent the Mario RPGs, but Geno would probably do that better. Paper Mario, where do I put you? Probably above Impa, right next to Geno. Wow. Phoenix Wright, yeah, I could see Phoenix happening. I think Nintendo probably wants to build relationships with Capcom, or not with Capcom, with other companies, because Capcom's already got 3 characters. Like, even if you want to consider Ken half a character because he's an Echo, legally, he's still another character. He is, by name, another character. Phoenix Wright, he'd be really interesting. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was really cool to see Phoenix like that. But then he doesn't have what Dante has with that really weird comment from its producer. Phoenix is really requested. I'd say he's up there with Dante, like really close to that level. A little slightly above Spyro, I gotta say. Poochie. Interesting fact, unless I'm completely wrong. Poochie doesn't have a spirit. Like, why would Poochie not have a spirit other than be like a completely random character that they probably forgot about? Yeah, like slightly above, like if they want to do a Nintendo character, that right there. But what would even Poochie's moveset be? It's just a dog. That's pretty much all it is. Porky. For a little while, Porky was one of the most not most requested, most speculated characters, actually. Porky, most of it stems from him lacking a spirit. You could say the absolute safety capsule, I believe it was, is in the game, and that, spoilers, it contains Porky at the end. But the sprite they use for the spirit is the one that they used when it's empty. So it's really interesting. Porky, a really big character in the Mother franchise, who's celebrating its 30th anniversary this year, by the way, isn't in the game as a spirit, or even as a boss like it was in Brawl. Porky, I could see happening because of the 30th anniversary, but they just announced yesterday, I believe, that they're doing a Mother's 30th anniversary spirit board instead of adding a character. They didn't say specifically instead of adding a character, but that's pretty much what I'm getting at. They could add Porky Spirit later on. Maybe even get a Mother 3 port, and if you have it on your Switch, you get that. But, yeah, I not that likely, really. Kind of on the possible side because of like the interesting spirit missing, but yeah, I'll put them below the Mishimas. Ragna, just the character I was talking about a little while ago. An Arc Systems character would be awesome. BlazBlue, fantastic game. But I just don't think he's getting in. He's a rather niche character, honestly. And Sakurai said a long time ago that he doesn't like to put in fighting game characters. Now, he has put in fighting game characters, obviously, like Ryu and Ken. But he doesn't like to because he feels like he needs to match their previous fighting game counterparts. Like Sonic, he has 2 fighting games. Neither one play anywhere close to how he plays in Smash Brawl 4 or Ultimate. So, Ragna, I'll put him above this guy whose name I don't know. Rayman. Rayman. Rayman would be awesome. I want Rayman, but I don't see it. I really don't see it. There is a I think Rayman has a chance if there's another Fighter Pass coming, but that's a big if. Rayman being in the ice, that's just a trick of the light. If someone told me to look at the ice and tell them what I see, I would not see Rayman. I only see Rayman in the ice because it's like a placebo effect. Like, someone tells you that this is the cure to cancer, and it's really just an M&M. But Rayman, he'd be cool. Ubisoft has said multiple times they want him in. Brawlhalla does not deconfirm him because Brawlhalla is an Ubisoft game. His spirit, yeah. I mean, they could change it to like a Rayman spirit and say Rayman Legends or I forget which one it's from. I think it's the Legends artwork. And then add him like later on. But I don't think that's happening. It is interesting that like going to Smash 4, Rayman Sakurai asked Ubisoft specifically for a trophy of Rayman, and they gave them an entirely new render. So that's interesting. Again, nothing to do with Ultimate, it's just Smash 4 facts. Rayman. Oh, not there. Well, yeah, Rayman. Right there. Right above Three Houses. Reggie, he's in. He's already in, guys. I mean, there's the trailer for Smash 4 of Reggie getting in. You know, the one where he's fighting Iwata, and well, everyone is here, so Reggie's back. Sans, or just any Undertale character at all. Sans, I do think would be the representative of Undertale because, well, he's the mascot nowadays. He's the one promoting all the new stuff. He's the one promoting Undertale on Switch. And he's the character that, when you think Undertale, you think him, whether it be for the memes or the really hard boss fight. But I don't like Sans. He's the really, really, really requested character from Undertale. Like, you think he's just meme pics, but no, Japan, they're die-hard Undertale there. Like, probably because it's like another Earthbound, but there's a ton of requests for Sans in Japan based off of like fan ballots and stuff. Like, he's not a meme pic over there. Sans, Undertale character, you could go with Frisk because it's the main playable character, and there does tend, like, the main playable character is the character that tends to get in, but that's not a for sure fact. I mean, you don't play as Wii Fit, but Wii Fit's the character. Ryu's kinda the main character. He's the mascot for sure, like Sans is, but he's not exactly the main character because it's an ensemble cast. Cloud, he's kind of the poster boy for Final Fantasy. He's really up there, but he's not the main character for Final Fantasy. If anything, that would probably go to Warrior of Light. I've been on this tangent for a little too long. Sans, slightly above Monokuma. Scorpion. I keep going back and forth on this character. A lot of people think, oh, it's gore, that's gonna keep Scorpion out. There's multiple fighting games with Scorpion in them that keeps the character intact without gore. You don't have to worry about that. Scorpion, his co-creator, Ed Boon, he's like really die-hard Scorpion, and he's been talking a lot about Smash, starting with like it was slightly before E3, and then he stopped after E3 2018. And then he started talking about Scorpion and Smash again lately. It's back and forth on whether or not I think Scorpion's getting in. Like, he's big. Like, a lot of people say he's not that big in Japan. No, he's massive in Japan. He doesn't get a lot of requests, to be fair, in the Japan polls. But Scorpion is not a nobody in Japan. Mortal Kombat games are typically the most imported games to Japan for like a couple months after they're released. And who doesn't want Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter? Like, that's really, really, really big crossover everyone's been wanting. So yeah, Scorpion, Ed Boon talking about him in Smash. I kind of go between him and Doomslayer, really. At the moment, I'm feeling like he's slightly below Doomslayer. Shantae, like, you know, spoilers for my next video. Yeah, she's got this really, really weird thing happening. I don't see her happening in this pass. If there's a second pass, sure. that could work. It'd be easy to just rename her spirit half genie hero. But yeah, like Gino, I'm gonna put her I'm slightly above Gino because her mysterious happenings is for sure Smash related. We'll talk about it in another video. This character, I vaguely remember them from Death Battle. I believe he was the character that fought against Ragna. But I completely forget what game he's from. I just know he's from a fighting game. I'll put him in between the two Blaze Blue characters. Sora, yeah. Everyone jumps on me being biased for Sora, and honestly, like he was my most wanted character for a long time, but he isn't my most wanted anymore. Really, he's up there. He's definitely up there, but he's not my most wanted by a long shot now. Sora, a lot of people are saying, oh, Hero deconfirms him. We got our Square Enix character. Sora's a Disney character. Legally, he has nothing to do with Square Enix. And a lot of people are saying, oh, it's Disney. Disney's gonna, prevent him from doing that. But Disney's already given the go-ahead. Last year, slightly after E3 2018. A lot of these events are actually surrounding E3 2018 for the interesting facts. That's really weird. But yeah, Disney last year, Justin Scarpone, he's the guy with the most control over Kingdom Hearts except for Tetsuya Nomura. And he even outright said Disney would gladly hand over Sora. Nintendo only needs to ask Tetsuya Nomura and Disney. So Disney's not harming his chances. I mean, they've been partners with Nintendo for 60 years now. Fun fact, this has nothing to do with Sora's chances, but Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck technically appear in the Brawl Chronicles section. That's just something I completely forgot about because I haven't played Brawl in a while, and I booted it up. Oh hey, they're in the Chronicles section because I like reading that sometimes. But yeah, there's still so much going on for Sora. Disney helps his chances significantly. Crash, I'd say, is the more likely still though, because he'd blow any announcement out of the water. Sora, I think, back to Sora, he's been such a highly requested character for so long now. He's not as long of a request as Banjo or Geno, but I'd say he started in the West as a fan request around time of Melee, shortly after Melee released, or before Brawl released, and then he sort of shot up in popularity over time. And during Brawl, still relatively obscure requests. I mean, Kingdom Hearts was still really popular, but Sora for Smash not so much. And then HMK during the Smash ballot started the Sora for Smash hashtag, and then Sora just skyrocketed in the West for requests. Meanwhile in Japan, he's always been a massive request, and that's not really surprising considering Kingdom Hearts is really big in Japan. Most of their sales comes from Japan. It's sort of like Dragon Quest, only Kingdom Hearts has a lot more worldwide appeal. Let's see. Let's move on from Sora. Steve, Minecraft, massive game, the best-selling game of all time right now. I don't see it being surpassed anytime soon. But the thing is, if you go by one rep per company, he is deconfirmed. He's break the internet for sure, but he's also kind of a meme request. And he's got his dedicated supporters for sure though. I'd say Steve. Like, instead of putting him with the other like Square Enix characters that are like probably not happening because Hero, I'm gonna put Steve Impossible because he's really, really big. Like, massive requests, massive game. Whereas Noctis and Neku, they don't really have the requests. And The World Ends With You is not a very large game. Even though I suggest you play it. It's phenomenal. Silex, same situation as Porky, really. Except Metroid Prime 4 got delayed. Like, it got completely scrapped and then reworked. And we're probably not seeing that until, like, 2023 at latest. Or earliest, I mean. So, him not having spirits, weird, but they could just add that. I doubt they'll promote Metroid Prime 4 with it. There. I'm gonna reorganize. Steve should be above these two. I just thought of that. Tracer. Another Activision character. I know Blizzard, but Activision's a part of Activision Blizzard, and Blizzard's a part of Activision Blizzard. It's the same company, really. It's sort of like a Bandai Namco Square Enix situation. But Tracer, like, really? Like, not that requested. The game's sort of, like, dying down, really. Like, cooling off. Tracer, I don't see how... It's sort of like these three fighting game characters. They're, like, pretty niche requests. Slightly above, though, because Tracer's definitely mainstream, though. Travis Touchdown. I mean, he has a really decent following and requests, but Suda51, he's a really big Smash Bros. Guy, and he's said on multiple occasions, Travis is not in Smash Ultimate, whether it be as base roster or DLC. I think he was in an interview one time, and the way he opened up the interview, mind you, it's for No More Heroes 3, I believe. He opens the interview like walking up to the interviewer saying, Travis is not in Smash. Like, there's no need to do that. He just walks up and says, yeah, Travis isn't in Smash. Sorry, I really want it too. And I know I just made a video on NDAs and how you're forced to lie, but there's really no point in saying no multiple times. Especially when you're not prompted. You're in like a closed, controlled environment in those interviews. So he's the only character I really think is deconfirmed. So, but then again, deconfirmed, like I said in my last video, they could be lying. I just find it highly unlikely. So bottom of maybe. Easily bottom of maybe. Fun fact, he's voiced by, oh shoot, I'm forgetting his name. He was Adam in Power Rangers. What was his name? Johnny Young Bosch. Wow, I'm dumb. But another Persona character, and at that, he was added as a Mii costume, like, similar to Rex. I don't think they're gonna add DLC Mii costumes of fighters. It's the same situation as that happened in Smash 4. A lot of people thought, hey, King K. Rool is possible, but he wasn't in, and he was a Mii costume instead. So for the final character, it is possible, but another niche request, I'll put him slightly beneath Neku. So that is my predictions for who is getting in. I hope you enjoyed this format better than a top 5 because there's only 2 spots left. Top 5 isn't exactly gonna be that great. So yeah, this is in fact ordered by who I think is the most likely. So yeah, these characters, they're obviously in. These two, Sora and Crash, they're probably getting in. I am very certain at least one of them is getting in. Dante, If the other one doesn't get in, I'm pretty confident Dante will get in. Possible. Any of these, they're like, yeah, I could see that. I just don't think it's happening, really. Maybe. They're possible, but I really doubt it. Don't see it happening. Either I don't know who they are in these three cases, or they're mainly meme pics. Like, Monica would be cool. Freddy, I'm like, eh. Jonesy, no, not happening ever. In 1,000 years, not happening. These characters, meme pics, they're not happening really. So, that's the end of this video. Again, my audio got a little flubbed up for my next video. I re-recorded it as well as a video for after that. I hope you guys will stick around for those videos. Think about subscribing, maybe join my Discord channel. You get access to all my videos a day early, so there's benefit to that. And there's Smash Speculation channel, so you can just, talk with me, like, think, hey, Sora's not getting in. Get over it, you idiot. Well, I'm gonna have to disagree, but alright, good for you. Yep, so, again, this is not scripted. Just did this because audio error. So, I don't think I'm putting Rob emotes over this if it's not already in there. Sorry that I went this late without mentioning it. I'll go back to the regular content hopefully next week. I'm gonna get to editing right after I post this video. So yeah, thanks for watching. That's the end of this one. See you all.